Hi,
Hi,
I'm Tim,
and I'm Jennifer Owens.
and welcome to Conversations with Counselors. Um, in case you don't know, we're both counselors. And we're married to each other, and we love to sit and have discussions, conversations about various issues of interest to us. And so we thought we would include you guys in the conversation. Is that cool?
Mm-hmm.
So today, Jen wanted to talk about what?
Vulnerability.
Okay.
I think vulnerability sets the stage for trust in a relationship. And we were talking about preparing for marriage or just talking about relationships in general.
Right.
And with Valentine's Day coming up and being the spirit of love and reflection on relationships, we thought it'd be good to start there.
Okay. So vulnerability is just, I mean, it's a crazy deep topic. I think it's huge. And one of the things that's most challenging, I think, when most relationships are concerned, one of the issues that we have around really having authentic relationship is vulnerability, and the positives that gives us, and the challenges.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think are some of the things that are positive about vulnerability? Some of the things that the benefits of being able to be vulnerable in relationship.
Well, I think initially it's being authentic and being real. And I can appreciate real relationships.
Right.
People who present with their thoughts in an open, very open, and sometimes challenging way where they challenge me to think. Being self-aware, I think, is very important too, both for us and for the other person.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And when you're self-aware, then you're aware of how you're communicating, and you tend to show more compassion.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I see vulnerability, some of the benefits as being, without it, it's difficult actually to have authenticity in the relationship. But with it, I can have, great connection, closeness, intimacy. There's another word, right?
Yeah,
Intimacy. There is no intimacy without there first being vulnerability.
right.
But when I'm doing groups, I call it the V word, because people, I mean, we run away from it often. We want to stay surface. We want to keep it simple. We don't want to get too deep into the issue. But man, it's really the magic that drives authentic relationship.
Yeah, and it allows you to get to know someone very quickly. I think when I first met you, I was really impressed by how deep you were and open about you.
Wow.
As a person. But how much he wanted to know about me too, and the questions that he asked and about my life and where I was in life and what I was thinking about going into my future. I think when you know what you want in a relationship, and that came across very clearly with him, you kind of know how to direct the conversation so that you can also find out where the other person is and what they want in life.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What did you think about that time when we were together? Was I being vulnerable with you? Or?
You were being very vulnerable. As a matter of fact, because you had just come through a really difficult season in life. You were having what I think I called a Job season. Yeah, experience. Yeah. And so we sat and we talked about it, and I listened, and somebody said people don't care what you know until they first know that you care, and they determine whether or not you care, or whether or not you're willing to listen to them until they feel completely heard. So part of being vulnerable is about listening to people, or being willing to listen, or being willing to be listened to, right? To the degree that people feel completely heard.
Right.
People, it's been my experience that people want you to know who they are.
Yeah.
We all really want to know and to be known by other people, and that whole listening piece is absolutely critical.
Yeah. You said something about being completely heard. To me, that's validation. When I feel validated in a relationship, it
Right.
empowers me. It makes me feel good about who I am. And I have, I just feel warmth inside. I feel as if my heart has been heard too. Not so much what I'm saying, but also where I am. And so that makes me feel centered in that relationship, and I think that's important.
Right. Makes you feel safe. When you can know that the other person is deeply interested and genuinely interested in what it is you have to say. And that leads then to vulnerability, which ultimately allows for intimacy. I want to talk, our time's about up, but I want to talk next time a little bit about what keeps us from being vulnerable. What makes it hard for us to be vulnerable, and how we can move beyond that.
Yeah.
So that's all for now.
All right. Stay tuned.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks.